Hey everyone, it's Monica. Welcome back to Because Jesus Bible Journaling. Today it's a completely different type of video for you. I'm giving you a tour of my very minimalist art studio, which in fact is just a corner in a room. So here's where I'll start my tour. This is the door that leads me into what is actually our schoolroom, and that's where my art studio is. So I'm going to just give you a quick overview of the room. If I go stand in front of the door, we have our awesome workspace here. We've got some Lego projects going on back there. We've got a really lovely bank of windows into the backyard. And over in what used to be the closet, we have our couch where we read our stories and our books. And then we have several years worth of curriculum on these shelves over here. So this is not a homeschool room tour, but the reality of my life is that my art studio is this corner here in the homeschool room. And I want to apologize about the lighting. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. The room itself is not that well lit, but my workspace, as you can see, is quite well lit, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in just a minute. So I think my camera will actually do better with my workspace light turned off for now. I may turn it back on a little bit later, but let's get started. So I'm calling this a minimalist art studio, and the reason being is that, in my opinion, it is quite minimalist. For some people, maybe it's too much. For others, maybe it's nowhere near enough. For me, it just works perfectly, and I've created literally hundreds of videos for YouTube and other pieces of art here, and I've been able to do it. So I really want to encourage you guys to work with what you have. For me, I have a corner in my homeschool room. So here's a quick tour. This is my stool that I work on. It's from IKEA, it's very cheap. And my husband simply built me a nice desktop to go into this built-in piece of furniture that was already in the house. As you can see, he had it extend a little bit from the wall for me. The other desk over here on the other side, as you can see, is flush with the cabinets and quite shallow. And so I really wanted that extra space to be able to spread out a little bit and have some room also for filming. Here's my handy little camera mount that my husband also built for me. So basically when I'm filming, my camera goes here and films whatever I'm working on my workspace down here. I do have a blow dryer that, honestly, it usually lives on the floor in the mess of cords down there. It doesn't usually live on the tabletop. So all of my art supplies are contained on this shelf here and in this set of drawers here. And that is it. So all of the shelving that you see in the closet here are kids' games and things like that. All the shelving over here are also games and just other things that we use for homeschool and stuff like that. So really, all of my art supplies are right here in arm's reach, which I love that. I have to have everything in arm's reach. And on this shelf here. The only exception to that is my two journaling Bibles that actually live up here, and with small children in the house, it's really important to me that those are up high, and that just keeps little hands away and keeps my sanity level up, anxiety level down. Okay, let's just look in here. I didn't really neaten anything up. This is just kind of how I work. I have my pouch that usually has my earbuds in it, and so I listen to worship music a lot while I work. I have a glass container back here that I haven't decided what to put in it yet, but it's there to be used for something someday. I have a pencil sharpener that I just got, and this is kind of dual purpose. I use this for homeschool, obviously, and also art stuff. Got my gel pens, my white gel pens. There's a mason jar back there that I use to hold water when I paint. My little water spritzer, my paint brushes, and then there's this little notebook back here that I use a lot for scratch paper or planning pages, things like that. This is my little camera mount again, which is super awesome. I really appreciate my husband's handiwork in this case here. And then I've got this little office desk organizer, and it's really simple. Up here I have templates in this red folder, and these are templates that I'm either in the process of designing or have designed. Some are in the Etsy store, some are still being worked on and prepped to go in the Etsy store. I have my vellum in this next little area here. I have graph paper, usually. I think it's out in the living room right now because I'm working with it. Graph paper, and this is calligraphy paper. Then down here I just have a bunch of scratch paper things, and this is what I use to protect the other pages of my Bible while I'm working. And then off to the side over here I have my Bible mat. I have a little folder that contains some Bible lettering that I did. I have a pad of scrapbook patterned paper. And what else is back here? Another little sketch pad that I don't use very often. I've got my little critter friends. These were just little cards from IKEA, and we put them in little picture frames just to sort of give me a little bit of adult decor in the homeschool room. Now I do want to talk about my light. I'm going to turn it on, and we'll give my camera a minute to adjust a little bit. So this is actually the second version of this light that my husband has made for me. And this version here, I don't know if you can tell, is made from PVC pipe, and he actually found this piece of pipe on the side of the road. And then he lined it with some LED lights and wired it all correctly to give me some really great lighting for filming. I'll see if I turn it off, I'll see if I can get a glimpse of what's going on underneath there. Yeah, so it's like the strip LED lights, and that's really awesome because the curve of the pipe allows the light to really be dispersed nicely onto my work surface, and that helps me get good results when I film. Okay, I think I'm going to turn the light back on because I think we'll be able to see what's in my drawers a little bit easier. So this is just a rolling stack of plastic drawers that someone actually gave to us a few years ago, and it just has been really handy because I can sit right at my stool and go ahead and just reach over and grab whatever I need. So up here I just have colored paper. This is actually for the kids for homeschool and for drawing. In this top drawer I have a few magazines for collage and some cards and stickers that I might use in Bible journaling. And then I have the wheels that go on the bottom of this set of drawers. The next drawer here I have my Faber-Castell brush pens as well as my Faber-Castell big brush pens. And as you can see, I have lots and lots of colors of the standard size brush pen, but really only a few colors in the giant brush pen. My kids, I think, are playing hide and seek around the house, so you might hear a little bit of noise from them. This drawer here, my third drawer down, has things that I use the most often. So it seems a little bit messy, but it's really handy for me. I know where everything is. I have my washi tape and erasers, my glue, my matte gel medium if I want to prep a page. There's also some masking fluid back here for use with watercolor. These are all of my Faber-Castell Pet Artist pens that are the writing pens, the fine point ones. I have a protractor, a pad of scratch paper, pencil, glue stick, scissors, tape. I also have my handy dandy ruler here, another little flexible ruler here that has some stencils in it as well. Down below here, I do have a collection of Brusho right here, which I don't use too often because it does bleed through the page, but I use it every once in a while. I have a small collection of P.H. Martin's Hydrus watercolors. I have a set of watercolors here that's actually just a pack of extras for my Van Gogh watercolor set that I use, so these are kind of the spares. I have some tube watercolors that I got from Goodwill. They all came in a package and I just decided to kind of experiment with them. And then right here, these are watercolor pencils, Faber-Castell as well. So this is kind of a miscellaneous watercolor drawer. Only 3 more drawers to go. And like I said, to me, this is kind of minimalistic. To other people, they might think it's way too much. They might think it's nowhere near enough, but just wanted to share it with you. I have my watercolor crayons. I have my actual set of watercolors. I have my Crayola twistable colored pencils. And these are all just in boxes that were packaging for other things. And then this is all my stamps. That's like my complete collection, ink pads, stamps, and everything. Just right here. Second drawer down from the bottom, I have my Inktense blocks set that lives almost all by itself. I also have my water-soluble oil pastels and my chalk pastels, which I have yet to use in my Bible. I'm wanting to, but haven't gotten there yet. I need to do that. And finally, the final drawer here is just acrylic paint and a palette and a pack of baby wipes. So once again, that's my minimalist art studio setup. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'll give it to you at a glance once again. I've just got my journaling Bibles here, some supplies here, all the rest of the supplies here, and I sit right there. So I just want to encourage you to be creative with what you have in your house. Be creative with the space that you have. Don't think that you need to go and buy a bunch of supplies or get a really elaborate craft room going. Just grab a corner in the house, grab the dining room table space that you have. For a while before I had this space, I was journaling actually on the dining room table, and I just had a single big box that I would set on the chair next to me while I filmed videos and journaled, and that was all I had, and that was all it took. I hope you enjoyed seeing where I create all of my videos and all of my Bible art. Please be sure to find me on Etsy, where you can buy some Bible journaling templates for yourself. Jump into the Word of God for yourself today. It is amazing. God bless you. Join us on Facebook and give this video a thumbs up and a comment below. Bye-bye.